Simulator. But first you have to know how to get it. So that's what we're gonna do. So first, you obviously need to have Google Earth installed, and I'm sure you know how to do that if you haven't already. So you have that installed. Let's go ahead and open it and let everything happen. Let all the pop-ups that Google gives you pop up. Go on a Safari. Go on a Safari. Just pause the video and go to Google Earth and just join a Safari. Do whatever you want. But as soon as you're done and you're ready, you're not going on a Safari, choose anywhere on the map. It could be just go anywhere. I'm gonna go to New York, and you're gonna find a airport, which I've already marked an airport. This is what I'll use for the video, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. If I'll find another one, yeah, let's go find another one. I don't know where any other one is. Here. Let's go to San Jose, California. From New York to San Jose, California. Right there. Beautiful, huh? By now you could probably tell, here's the giant airport. Beautiful, huh? So, after you do that, you can go over here to add a new place mark, which I'm going to name this one SJ Airport, and then add the image, that your own custom image. Over here, you click on that little button. You can have a selection. I'm going to use this airplane image. I'm going to click OK. So here it is, SJ Airport. You could have moved it, which I think I will. Just do that again. Put that right up here. So SJ Airport. And then that's already selected there. That's already there. Ready. And we're done. And there it is. It's locked in its position. And then to add that little path, go to the add path. I'm going to name it SJ Airport. SJ A Runway. And that's good. No, it's actually I'm a stupid person, man. SJA Airway. Then go onto the map. You select here. Select the end of the runway. You can select over here. Select this other part of the runway. Select over here. Select over to this part of the runway. Back over here to this runway. Back down here. Then all the way down here. Just so you know where all the actual little airport runways are. Then you click OK. And there you have your lines. So yeah, that's that. Let's go back to New York. That was way faster than going from New York to U.S. U.S. California. We are in U.S. Sorry about this, guys. So here I'm at New York or wherever you wanted to go. And to enter the flight simulator, go up here to the top left, and then to Tools and enter Flight Simulator. Now they have two aircraft that you can do. You have an SR-22 little tiny four-seat propeller plane, and an F-16 fighter jet, or sometimes called the Viper, as you could tell over here because I'm reading off of it. I'm going to use the SR-22 because it's easy to land, and it's not that fast. So I'm going to start the flight, and first you're just, what's happening right now? You're flying. And if you want to use controls, like if you want to use the mouse to control where you are, you left click so you have this cross. You move up to go to point your plane nose down. It's kind of inverted for some people, but you get used to it from time to time. And left, you lean left. Right, you lean right. You just have to kind of get used to the controls and the way that the plane moves. And if you click F, well, first of all, I'm going to show you what all the numbers mean. This is your angle, your elevation's on the right side. Your speed in knots is on the left. This is just the direction you are. Pull up there for a minute. And here is your flaps indicator and your gear indicator, which you'll only have on the fighter jet, because on this plane you can't retract the gear at all. Then over here you have your acceleration monitor. As you see, I just went up and down, and you control that by using the page up and page down keys above your 3x3 little mouse pad, keypad, number keypad. If you don't have a laptop with that, I don't know where it would be located. So that page up is acceleration up, and then page down is, of course, down. Kind of easy to remember, you just gotta get used to it. Then over here is your, I believe, your angle. Yeah, your rudder angle, I believe. And then, don't know what that bottom one is. I never really got that. And this one right here is just your, like, these two are just like your mouse. Just tells you where your mouse is, where you're controlling the plane. As you can kind of see that it's kind of difficult to work with. I don't know where my airport is now. Probably over here, right about. Over there, come on, turn. And if you need to stop and do something, like I'm gonna go and minimize my dock here. Click space, which kind of just freezes everything, and then do whatever you need to do, just so we can have something good. And on the top right, you have an exit flight simulator button, which just brings you back to the regular. And I told you earlier that on the left, there's this where you see flaps and 20%. There's also gear below that. To control the gear, it's G, but only for the fighter jet. And the flaps you can do for both. F is to increase the flaps, and to decrease the flaps, it's Shift F. So I'm getting ready to land. I'm going to completely cut all acceleration power. I'm actually slowly, very slowly decreasing in speed. Then I'm going to put my flaps to 80%. I'm going to look down. I'm actually going to skip this part of the runway because it's kind of weird and glitchy. I'm going to go back to Shift F. It's really tricky to land these things. Kind of just have to get the right moment. As soon as you reach down, you pull up. You don't pull up. You put your mouse up, and then to slow down and to stop and to turn when you're on the ground, you see the period and the comma buttons. Above that, there are little arrows, so you just use those. Holding both of them down will slow down the entire plane. That explanation was probably perfect timing, because here's the end of the runway. And then you can do page up to accelerate a little bit more while you're on the ground, and you use the right arrow or period to move to the right. And then just kind of adjust that very little by little. And of course, left goes left and right goes right. And when you're going to take off, you go full throttle. You move, you adjust it, and you put your flaps to 100. And then you just slowly take off. But yeah, here's this plane. I'm going to go ahead and just crash there to show you what happens when you do crash. It just freezes and then gives you a little pop-up. It says, your aircraft has crashed. You can resume the flight or exit the flight simulator. If you choose to resume your flight, your aircraft will be placed in the flight above sight of the crash. And then exit the flight simulator. Then to do this again, I'm going to show you a takeoff from... Looks like a little incident might have happened here. Oh, cars? That's pretty weird. Google, what do you have to say about that? Just go down here. Make sure you're not on the street level or ground level. Exit the ground level view. Make sure you're just really close, and then go to Tools, Enter Flight Simulator again, F16. Start flight from your location, current location. And then basically the same thing. Here you have your gear button, which is cool, your flaps button too. And same controls, same everything, just has the gear button, which you can toggle that with G if I haven't told you that already. But yeah, let's take off, go page up to full blast. I'm going to use my little arrow, my period and comma arrow keys to go forward. As you see, this is just way faster, obviously, you can see on the left side the little indicator gauge. Just go ahead, put the flaps up there, decrease the flaps. You can do whatever you want to this plane, really, except crash it into buildings and have it look like really three-dimensional everything. It just freezes. I mean, actually, let's go to New York real quick. And then I'll try to crash into a big building because I don't want to get that low to ground. So we'll slowly do that. If I can remember where New York is. I'll find it somehow. There it is, over to my left. Just some bigger buildings. Probably not. Yeah. I'll just use, yeah, here it is. Here's New York. Let's just go down into this little building. You just go straight through all the buildings. Every single one of them. So I guess you're an expert little flyer. And if you're kind of tired of this well, that's not really first person. If you're just tired of seeing the front view of the airplane, that's sorry. You can't change this. And you can't see the cockpit or anything. This is what you have. You can't change any camera angle, camera views. Not something that I'm a fan of. But I mean, but just to end this, that's pretty much all. But just to end this video, I'm gonna go to a super high elevation, and you could just read this little gauge just to show you like how tall, how high I'm going, and this is the speed that I'm going. So things are not gonna go so well probably for this. I don't think I've ever been this high before, to be honest. I don't know what will happen. So I guess this is just something that we'll have to learn from. Oh, almost down to 100 miles an hour at 30,000 feet. I think that's feet. I think it's measured as feet. And we stall. And we're no longer at a stall, so I guess we're good. Maybe. Yeah, I think we're okay. That's pretty high up, man. I think we can go higher. I'm going to exit the flight simulator and just go out as much as I possibly can. I'm just going to go out, just right here. Then tools, enter the flight simulator. Oh my, we're at like 60. We were just at 70 feet. 70,000 feet in the air. Let's go try to just ever so slightly come down to a nice gentle landing. Anywhere. Gear is down, flaps are at 40%. Go and give this a try. 300 feet. Okay, yeah. You just have to do it on runways, I guess. But I mean, it's kind of good. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching that little video there. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye 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 bye.